Facts First presents. Cape Town wife is horrified after her husband discovers her 3-year secret. A Cape Town wife was horrified after her husband discovered something about her. See, the problem is she did not know for years that she was even keeping a secret. For years, she didn't even know who she was. I'll tell you the story in just a second. First, help us tell the world about who we are by clicking that like button. And also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. A Cape Town man named Abra Muhammad thought that he had lost his wife in a car crash. At the time, a woman with no identification was taken to the Ivan Rost Hospital in Casablanca. The doctors believed that she would not survive, yet her family had to cover the cost of her medical bills. Mr. Muhammad, he traveled 4 hours from his mountain village to get to the hospital to be by his wife's side. By the time he got there, they had told him that she had passed away, and he was devastated. He couldn't believe his wife was gone. He didn't ask to see her, and he didn't ask to say goodbye to her. He just sat in the hospital and cried while the staff wrapped his wife's body in a shroud and put her in a coffin. The devastated husband took his wife's body back to their village so that she could have a proper burial. He wanted her to be close by so that he could visit her grave often. On the drive home, Mr. Muhammad couldn't help but think about how his life was going to be upside down now. He'd lost the most important person in his life in a freak accident. He thought about what would have happened if she would have left home just 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later. There was a good chance she would never have been in the accident in the first place. Well, the man tried to move on with his life, and he moved to a new home. The memories of his wife, though, were still tearing him apart, and he knew he needed to make a fresh start. He decided that it would be best to leave Cape Town altogether. It broke his heart to leave his wife's remains buried in Cape Town, but he says his wife's spirit would be with him always, regardless of where she was buried. About 3 years later, the man's friends were watching a television program called Al Mukhatafound.
Three.